legit. Too legit to quit. Hey, hey, too legit. Too legit to quit. Hey, hey, too legit. Too legit to quit. Hey, hey, too legit. Too legit to quit. Home. Sup, it's your boy Big Reg coming to you from the shadow of the big house in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Coming to you to recap a victory for the Michigan Wolverines men's basketball program against the LSU Tigers. Meow, meow. Oh, the Michigan Wolverines, after a hard-fought victory, truly said, you know what? Who's the real Tiger King? MICHIGAN Wolverines. Final score, I don't even remember. What was it?
86-78.
86-78, so I'll raise my glasses at. In the words of George Jefferson, hey, we're moving on up to the Sweet 16. Moving on up. Oh, friends, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm already drunk. Got some of these. Some of these. Where'd it go? I don't even know where it went. But half of this is already gone in celebration of the Michigan Wolverines hard-fought victory over the LSU Tigers. Joining me tonight to recap and react to this hard-fought victory. First, as always, your favorite producer and mine, the one, the only, Jay Bizzle.
Hey, y'all. I forgot my mask, even though I keep telling you every week to wear your mask. So I'm using my jersey. This jersey has been to multiple Final Fours. Keep those masks on. Let's beat COVID.
I'll raise my glass to keeping your mask on high and tight. Shout out to your mom's house. Producer Jay Bizzle, why don't you go get your mask while we're introducing the other guest. Next on the docket. Oh, this man's got a lot of explaining to do. The one, the only oracle of despair and downtroddenness. Your favorite guest and mine, Mr. Squarehead.
I got to tell you, folks, I never thought that we would be celebrating this much just to get to the Sweet 16 after the entire season. Oh, Big Ten is the best conference in the nation. But lo and behold, now there are only two left. And you know where all the upsets and the broken brackets came from? Illinois, Ohio State, Iowa. Come on, man. This was a great win. I ain't gonna lie. Gritty, great win. But I had no idea we would be celebrating as if we won the Super Bowl, or actually as if we won the national championship in football with the OG JH. Get him out of here. Fire Harbaugh.
Wow. 30 seconds in, Mr. Squarehead is already in top form. So I raise my glass to you, Mr. Squarehead, getting off to a hot start, unlike the Michigan Wolverines in tonight's game. Next, joining us from a recline. Oh, no, he's not reclined. Wait, is he reclined? No. I can't tell. No, he's not. He is up and at him because he is so pumped up from this victory. The one, the only, flip-flopper himself, but a true blue, nameless guest.
Oh, yeah, baby. I admit it. 2 predictions, 2 final scores. Oh, yeah. And I went with the first one, baby. What a win. I'm excited. I'm up. I'm erect, as in not supine.
Whoa.
Yeah, baby.
It's a family show.
No, like I'm not laying down. Come on, man.
Oh.
There's so many different phrases you could have used other than I'm erect. But whatever, man. I raise my glass to you being erect. Oh, and finally, joining us after a long delay to put on some socks, the one, the only, RLB, real life boogie, JC from Sunnyside.
What's going on? I was beginning to wonder if Mr. Squarehead was going to let the rest of us get introduced. The longest introduction ever by Mr. Squarehead. My goodness. Anyway, biggest win of the year so far, and Mr. Squarehead with no Michigan paraphernalia to show for it. But anyway, my weekly little drill here, right? Boys and girls, from Boogie from the Bronx, triple threat position, right? From here, you could dribble, pass, or shoot, right? Dribble, pass, or shoot, right? Triple threat. That's my tip of the week.
Triple threat position.
Oh my gosh. So just to recap what we've learned so far, week 1, keep that elbow in. Week 2, triple threat position. RLB, real life boogie, aka JC from Sunnyside, giving us the hot tips. Perhaps next week he'll give us the hot tips on how to handle interracial relationships, because he did have interracial relationship back in school, just like the Boogie movie in theaters this Friday, written and directed by Eddie Huang.
Whoa.
You remember your girlfriend from elementary school? What was her name?
Yeah. If you're watching, Aurelie Cruz, if you're watching, please comment below. I want to reconnect, see what you're up to.
Oh gosh, come on, man.
Oh, that poor girl. She was only a girlfriend for one day before your dad made you pick up with her. It's like, what the hell? One day girlfriends. Well, that's how it goes in Korean households. If you're under 26, you're not having no girlfriend. That's for sure. Anywho, enough of that love talk. We're moving right into this big 3. Gentlemen, I don't know where to begin, but I'm going to begin with this. I am so thankful for one thing. Okay. I'm thankful for a lot of things, but this is the thing I'm most thankful for after this game. And that is Eli Brooks.
Yep.
Various people on this panel, I don't want to name any names, but they laughed and scoffed when we said that Eli Brooks was a key contributor to this Michigan Wolverines men's basketball team success. They laughed and scoffed when we said that Eli Brooks was the glue guy. And when this game started to get away from us, and when the season started to fall apart before our eyes, who was the glue guy that put it all back together? The one, the only senior captain of South, Eli Brooks, and I raise my glass to him.
Give me a break, man. What about Sean D. Brown? Eli Brooks had a game of his lifetime, but even a broken clock is correct twice a day. Come on, man.
So he had twice a day. How many 3-pointers did he hit? How many big plays did he come up with at the end? That big rebound at the end. Hit the clutch free throws. So come on, man. Come on, man. That's crazy talk.
I said he had the game of his life, and kudos to Eli Brooks. But what about Sean D. Brown?
You can praise Sean D. Brown without diminishing Eli Brooks.
I didn't diminish Eli Brooks. I said he had the game of his life.
Holy smoke. Always wanted to take a little bit of shine off of Eli Brooks and his contribution. Oh, it's disgusting.
Eli Brooks pretending like he had a leg injury, limping off.
What?
I'm surprised you didn't spit that out.
What?
I'm glad you didn't hear it.
What? I'm done with my spiel. Next.
That wasn't a spiel. That was a rant.
Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm already drunk, so I can't be held responsible for what I say tonight.
All right. So listen, this game just had me nervous I was nervous 3 hours before this game. I was nervous during the game. I was nervous during halftime. My watch, my Garmin watch would not register my heart rate because I was just going crazy all over the place, screaming at the TV, screaming at the refs. I mean, some of these calls they're just horrible calls. But nonetheless, I don't know, just this team just kept coming back. How many 10-0, 8-0 runs on each side did this game go through? You cannot deny that LSU has talent. You cannot deny LSU came out firing in the first half. And when we came back and we were up before the half, I thought I actually had a little bit more good resolve to the game. I felt like, yes, we can still run with them. We can still come back and we can still do that. So second half, it was nerve-wracking, but I felt just more confident that this game would be a game of runs. And luckily, we kept running at the end. And I think that's a testimony to this team, what they had to go through this whole year. I think all the moments that we went through that, we got crushed by Illinois. We, lost to Minnesota when Eli went out. I think all those things came into factor in this game. And I feel like this was a great culmination. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. We gotta keep going with this momentum. Kudos to Coach Howard. I don't know how much better you could adjust in game, switching to the 2-3 zone, because things weren't working out, slowing LSU down. I mean, those are all things that I love to see from a team that it's advanced. Even when like Mike Smith, like veteran point guard, but he just got the jitters. He got the NCAA jitters. But who stepped up? None other than Eli Brooks, captain of this team. I mean, I'm just so proud of this team to get through this game, because this was major upset happening. Everyone was not picking us. Shock the world. Hashtag shock the world.
Just to quote the other JH, spine of steel, this game. Against Minnesota, when we were down big, it snowballed and we got blown out. Against Illinois, when we got down 9-10 points, it snowballed. This game, when we got down 9 or 10, spine of steel. And we could talk about the individual accomplishments this game. Eli, Shondi, Hunter with a double-double, my BJJ, who scored the early 5 points to set the tone, two blocks. But the story of the game is how we showed up to this game, the energy level, right? The energy level and the resilience. And when we were down 9, we beat them by 8. We outscored them by 17. And the way we did that was clamping down on defense, right? Franz Wagner, Shondi Brown, Eli Brooks. I said, JC from Sunnyside said, we match up well against them, right? There was no way that they were going to shoot the way they were shooting the first 5 minutes. No way for the entire game. I said our length and our athleticism, shutting down their scorers, it played out the way I envisioned it to. That's why when I said we're going to win by 9, we won by 8, it came to fruition. Go Blue. Great job. Great job, Coach Howard, Martelli, Howard Isley, the rest of the crew. Ooh, Terrence Williams, a couple of bonehead plays, but a couple of nice plays. Shout out to the Michigan women's basketball team.
I raise my glass to that.
Wow, it's quiet out there.
I'd like to give a shout out to somebody that you guys will not expect. I'd like to give a shout out to Isaiah Livers. If Isaiah Livers had played this game, he would have taken 7 3-pointers and probably made 2. But because he was not playing, it gave Eli Brooks and Shondi Brown the opportunities to shoot those threes and make at least half of them. That's why we won this game, because Isaiah Livers was on the sideline as a cheerleader, and he was not on the floor. Thank you, Isaiah. You finally contributed to this team.
Come on, man. That is just garbage.
I raise my glass to you calling that garbage. That was a garbage take.
Wow, nameless. Finally, that's against Squarehead.
I mean, I have strangely found myself, well, maybe it's just a case of if you can't beat them, join them. But I have been agreeing a lot more with Squarehead. That's for sure. One shout out to Franz when he was down and out, bungling along, man. Even I was yelling at my man, Big Reg, calling him a key to the game. I agree with that. And he was just not having it. Like, you could see his confidence shaken. You could see him like pass on open looks. He wasn't going to take it. He just wasn't the man. But man, did we need him down the stretch. And he did his part. JC, good take, good observation as usual. I think you're probably, I don't want you to get too big ahead, one of the more astute minds in terms of actual basketball commentary, but in classic flip-flop style of mine, I don't know how you could really say that you saw this.
Look at that face. The sour face.
Dude, get some high-speed internet. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Dude, you're lagging. Like,
Dude, somebody started GoFundMe for Nameless. High-speed internet, baby.
Nail biter all the way through. In a way, we are glitching.
oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
Check my connection.
Even the basketball gods don't want to hear this nonsense from Nameless.
Oh god, that's hilarious. Oh, he dropped.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's back. He's back now.
Oh my gosh.
Figured out the problem.
Internet connection is the worst. Where are you calling him?
No, it was
You're
on
calling
my.
him from North Korea or something.
No,
What?
it was on my cellular. I checked it. I flicked it onto Wi-Fi. Sometimes it does that. Come on.
What?
We lost like 3/4 of what you said.
Yeah, we
You were
lost
saying- you
we
were
lost your
saying,
introduction. We lost your introduction. Start over.
You're just about to flop. You're just about to
JC,
flop.
JC is one of the more astute.
You got that part, huh?
No,
Oh, you got that part.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, oh
please.
yeah,
No,
oh
he
yeah. I
just
did.
wants you to repeat that.
Jeez Louise. I just can't believe you're claiming you saw this play out the way it did. Man, that was a freaking heart-pounding, crazy, nail-biting grinder. That was a meat grinder. Are you kidding me? No way. You didn't see that. You could not have seen that.
No,
But I love
it
this
was
win.
it was very clear when I watched LSU's opening game, and I also did some homework on their team, that they had a guard that could score, couldn't play defense, but we could put Eli Brooks, he's not a big guard, or Shawnee Brown on him to shut him down. But he was shooting lights out first 5 minutes. He was unstoppable, but that wasn't going to continue the entire game. And we have Franz Wagner, Brandon Johns Jr., who's a great defender, right, against the forward. Phenomenal job. I knew that we could clamp down. I knew. That's why after computing, the algorithm said 9 points.
Dude, both guards had almost 30 points each.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't matter because their bench had like 2 points and the rest of their starters had like 8. It didn't
No,
matter.
I get that.
Dude,
What is this clamping down of the guards?
The rest of the team was clamped down. And then when at the end, when it really counted, the Michigan defense came up big.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know, I think a little underappreciated in all of this, with all the praises heaped on Eli, much deserved. Shandi, also much deserved. You know what? Come on, they should be thanking Hunter, all right? Because with all the attention paid to the big fella down low, that's how they got a lot of those open looks. And, well, I guess LSU doesn't play a lot of defense. That had a lot to do with it. But Hunter, I think, played a bigger role in just allowing them to get their shots. So I want to see Big Reg lift a glass to that.
I raised my glass to that.
And there
Somehow
was
I knew
too much emphasis. There was too much emphasis on we can't match up with them. No, they couldn't match up with us, the number 1 seed from the Big Ten Conference.
Wow.
I still cannot believe that we're so excited to make the Sweet 16 after all the hoopla about the Big Ten Conference. Can we address that the Big Ten Conference turned out to be a little bit of a flop?
Yeah.
I mean, Michigan did play well, and I give them kudos to making it this far. But can you acknowledge Big Reg and JC that Big Ten was not the power conference that you guys said it was? Best conference in the nation.
I'll let JC go first. And then
Listen. You know, I think Dickie V, I don't like him too much, but Dickie V said it. I think we beat each other up during the regular season. And at this point, March Madness, anything can happen. And who cares? Right now, it's the Wolverines, right? The Wolverines is all that matters, right? All that matters, right? If you're harping on the Big Ten Conference and how we're, withering as a conference, you're losing sight. You're losing sight of what really matters.
Are you
right?
are you a politician? This guy's a politician. He's gonna run for office.
Here's my take. Number one, okay, listen, who did the Big Ten lose to? Michigan State versus UCLA. I really don't give a crap, okay? Number two, OSU versus
Oral Roberts.
Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts proved that they're a pretty good squad because they beat a pretty good Florida squad, okay? So Oral Roberts making it to the Sweet 16, that tells me that they were probably ranked too low, all right? Number two. Number three, Wisconsin versus Baylor. Baylor was the number one seed. Wisconsin losing to them, not really surprising. Then the third one, Houston versus Rutgers. Rutgers almost beat them if Rutgers didn't shoot themselves in the foot, okay? And then Purdue versus Colorado. All right, that was a blowout. Whoopity-doo. I really don't care about Purdue and their what's the word? Travails, okay? Now, when we get to echo JC from Sunnyside's point, the real life Boogie's point, the only thing that matters right now to me, I don't care how the other Big Ten teams do. The only team I care about is the Michigan Wolverines basketball team. Okay? And when they say that OSU lost, I say, ha, ha, ha. When they say that Illinois lost, I say, ho, 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 ho. When they say that MSU lost, I say, okay? And let me give you the Franz Wagner word of the day. It is Schadenfreude, which translates out to taking joy in the misery of others. And this weekend, I have taken joy in the misery of MSU. I have taken joy in the misery of OSU. I have taken joy in the misery of Illinois being a number one seed that fell to Loyola Chicago, a team that we beat in the Final Four 2 years ago, that I witnessed with these very own eyes. So when people say, oh, the Big Ten, you know what? I'm glad that those teams lost because I hate those teams. I raise my flag to Schadenfreude. When those teams fans are crying while the Michigan Wolverines are celebrating by moving on in the 2021 NCAA men's basketball tournament.
Wow.
Listen,
I don't even think that's what Squarehead's saying.
It isn't, but he went off. Listen,
Point. I love that those teams lost. You see, oh, give me the argument that the Big Ten was not that strong. Guess what? Fine. Make that argument all you want. Make it today, tomorrow, the next day, next week, all the way until next year. I don't give a rat's patootie. Because the fact of the matter is that their fans are crying while I am raising a glass in celebration. And that is what matters to me. And I raise my glass for that.
And to add, I hope Maryland get beat tonight. That, as Jalen Rose said, that weasel.
Yeah.
I hope they get beat tonight. And we, the Michigan Wolverines, are the only Big Ten team advancing to the Sweet 16. Baby.
I love that.
I love it.
I think one of the reasons why we're so gleeful and celebratory of getting to the Sweet 16, to just answer one of Squarehead's questions, is, let's come on. One of the trademarks of this year's tourney is it's been super exciting with a lot of upsets. So just to avoid the landmines and show out and play a good quality game against, hey, this was a game where two quality squads threw their best punches. Okay. It was a great match and we prevailed. Great game. We should celebrate that. We didn't get dunked like those losers, like Cavaliers, like Virginia, humiliated again. Buckeyes, all those tops. I mean, come on. This is nothing we could take for granted. It's madness time. Time to be gleeful.
This tournament only results in one winner. That's all that matters. One winner. You can't bring a conference with you. You can't drag along your little brother who didn't even really make it to the tournament, but it's like they're on the play-in game over there. You can only be that one team that gets through. If anything, this proves that our team is able to adjust and that we are able to kind of get to and have a coaching staff that knows how to attack another team. I am so proud of our coaching staff for going into halftime, adjusting, figuring out how we can attack, how we can get better. I'm proud of our captains for stepping up and actually settling everyone down and being aggressive still. This was an all-out team win. So proud of this team to be able to get to this point because I'll be honest, with those other teams, I did think Illinois was going to go further. I thought that they could adjust as well, but there was something wrong with them.
Yeah.
I guess their coach was just too much focused on trying to share championships on the regular season that they didn't really focus on how to beat their opponents in front of them. So, I mean,
No.
JC
says focus on his next drink.
Can't be more proud of this team adjusting. That's what you need in this tournament. You need every game to be something that you focus on. I listened to a podcast this morning about Stu Douglas. You remember Stu Douglas from back in the day? He was talking about how Beeline, he just learned from every tournament and learned how to adjust to other teams and do those things. And he was seeing it in Juwan Howard, and they were talking about these things and how Juwan Howard is such a student of the game and that he recognizes all these things. I mean, that just proves that this is the real JH. This is the real JH. Will you please stand up and take a bow?
And I just have to say also that I was the one that said second half of the OSU game in the Big Ten tournament, found something. We found something. I said that, right? We found something because that was the first half that we really played without Isaiah Livers. And this LSU team, let's not say, they're really not an 8 seed, right? I think they play higher than an 8 seed. Yeah. They're a talented team. Yeah. It says something about our squad that we're able to clamp down. And this is the Instagram Michigan poster. The Instagram Michigan player. Right here. Right there. Right there.
I think that was Hunter, actually. The Hunter who did that.
Right there.
God, he has to take credit for everything, doesn't he?
My gosh. Oh gosh, guys. Not gonna lie. I am so drunk right now. I'm not gonna lie. This used to be full. Now look how low it is. I've drank so many of these things. I'm so drunk right now. Oh my gosh. But I'm feeling good, man. I am feeling so good. Because again, all of my hated rivals are crying tears of despair and disappointment while I am reveling in victory. I feel like Arya Stark at the end of Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? I shouldn't say that. Almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there.
It's final. Seminoles win 71-53.
Is that a final? 71-53?
Yeah.
Wow.
So wait, this is now what? The second time that we're going to be facing them in 2 years or 3 years?
I think, was it the Sweet 16 last time? I don't remember.
I think it was because Texas A&M. Oh wait, no. Was it final? Was it Elite Eight?
No, Texas Tech took us out in Elite Eight, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. But the year before when we went Final Four, I think Florida State was, I want to say Elite Eight, because Texas A&M was Sweet 16.
Texas Tech.
I'm sorry, not Texas Tech. Texas A&M. Guys, I'm drunk. I don't know what I'm saying. Come on. You guys know this. I don't. Anyway, regardless of who our opponent is next week, I am feeling good because we are showing that this team has it. Here's the thing that gives me the most joy as we go forward is the fact that this team has shown that it has not stopped developing, that it has not stopped evolving, that it has not stopped getting better. What we showed tonight was a lot of grit, a lot of heart. I mean, LSU was flexing in the first half. They were showboating. That kid Thomas, only missed like one shot or something. He was going up, and Michigan was like, "Okay, that's cool." And we still came back in the first half to take a lead going into halftime. And then after halftime, we grew that lead, despite all the runs and things that they did. So I'm telling you, man, this Michigan team, I'm feeling good. Because it's got some claws that are going to dig into the opposition. You see what I'm saying? See this right here? It's like a big old Wolverine claw. And it bites it just rips into the competition.
Oh, God. It turned into a mukbang already.
Oh,
Oh,
Here,
God.
buddy.
oh my God. Now we have another like 30 minutes.
Oh, God. Just watching him do that. Next game, I believe, when is 27th or 28th? I don't know which day yet.
Saturday?
I don't
Is
think
it determined yet?
it's either Saturday or Sunday. So we'll see.
Oh, it's that far off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet 16 is Saturday or Sunday. So
Man.
plenty of time to rest up and get ready for the next game. Oh man, this is I'm liking where we're at. I'm liking our side of the bracket.
Really?
Yep.
Wait, should we do our predictions for the Florida State game or should we wait? Should we wait?
We'll wait.
Let's wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's wait a little bit.
JC got to read a few more articles.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. This game for me was like, how do you describe it? It was so tense in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Am I the
Oh.
only one?
Totally.
It was so tense.
Super, super tight.
It was one of
Full
those
of
like,
despair.
high energy games, you know? It was a high energy. Everything was like Shawnee Brown. Shawnee Brown. It felt like Shawnee Brown.
I should formally raise my glass to Shawnee Brown and the great job that he did defensively, offensively, hitting those big jumpers or 3-pointers. Shawnee Brown played his heart out. So I raise my glass to Shawnee Brown.
Let's give a shout out to the subscribers from last week who put in a comment. Our brother Jeff Cho, he said, "Go green, my brother," because you wouldn't say it, but we know our
not
brother
that.
Jeff Cho, Sparty fan. We feel bad, but thanks for putting a shout out for us. Kevin Lee commenting on the professor on a great win over State. I guess we should thank UCLA for taking care of stuff. And Andrew Fowler, what a great comment. Love all the video, guys. I would like to say St. Bonnie will beat LSU. That didn't happen. Regardless, U of M will make it to the second weekend. Hot take, Rutgers beats Houston. That also almost happened, but it didn't. Ready for Colorado or FSU in the Sweet 16. Knock on wood. Go blue! Thank you, Andrew Fowler, for putting something down on our site and commenting. If you have any predictions of what's going to happen next week for Florida State, put it in the comments. If you have anything that you want us to talk about or argue about or yell about in a drunken rage, put it in the comments down below so that we can hear from you and see what you guys think of our next matchup against Florida State. What did you think were the highlights for this past week? We want to know. We want to hear from you.
I'm gonna raise my glass to Andrew Fowler. I don't know if you guys know this, but that is Chris Fowler's second cousin, Chris from College Game Day. So we raise our glass, Chris Fowler, Andrew Fowler, and the rest of the Fowler family. I'm telling you, man, that hot take almost came true. If it weren't for Rutgers imploding at the end, I don't know what happened to Rutgers.
I don't know what happened either.
I could have sworn we were going to win that game.
That was brutal.
Yeah. For
Terrible.
Rutgers. Not for me, though. Sorry, Rutgers fans, but it's another kiss. Schadenfreude.
I do have to not shout out, but call out Big Rock a little bit.
Whoa.
You know, this Franz is awful. Where's the defense? He's fragile. Come on, man. We just came back from like 9 down, right? And he's saying all of this. Come on, Big Rock. Don't get down on the team so quickly.
There you go. I raised my glass to Franz Wagner. He showed a lot of grit and resilience at the end of their game.
I love all those camera shots of his parents cheering him on valiantly. Love
We
seeing
saw
that.
Franz and Mo Wagner's mom in San Antonio during that last Final Four run. And I remember when she walked out of the hotel that the team was staying at, along with all the families of the team, everyone that was crowded around started chanting, Mo's mom. Remember that, producer JB? Remember we did that?
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, man.
We talked with her along the way. We were walking to the stadium when we walked next to her too.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
right.
cool. That's
They said, "Hey, thanks for coming to the States."
I'm going to say this. There's a reason why Mo Wagner and Franz Wagner are so tall. Mo Wagner's mom was really tall. She had to be over 6 feet, right?
Yes.
Like
that's
well,
awesome.
yeah. But man,
Yeah.
yeah. So I raised my glass to the Wagner family. Oh, God. Anyway, to close it up, man, oh, man, I'm getting drunker and drunker. Guys, I'm telling you, though, this game for me was like, you know when you have to, like, take a dump and you're like, you know, like, oh, and you're like, your rear end is like all clenched tight. And you're like, oh, I got to make it to the end. I got to make it to the end. I was like, oh, I got to hold it in. I got to hold it. That's what I felt like during this whole game. I felt like I got to hold it in. I got to hold it in. And then it's like when you finally get home and you rush upstairs to your bathroom and then you get to the bathroom and then you make it just in time. And then you let all of it out. And that relief, like, oh.
That was the worst analogy possible.
But that's what it felt like to me. The whole game, I was clenched up so tight. Like, oh my gosh, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Ooh. But then I made it and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And that release was it felt so good. It felt like, like all was right with the world again.
I think
That's
producer JB, I think we need a please stand by about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
This guy. No way, man. When I'm doing the edits, I'm leaving that story in. I'm going to put in some graphics too.
Oh God.
Anywho, gentlemen, any other thoughts before we wrap it up? I'm getting drunker and drunker.
Hey, just a great win. Just got to say it. I totally agree with you, Reg. My confession, it felt like a loss, baby. Was it a clincher, as you say? Yeah, but I mean, I was on the brink of despair. I know that's not saying much coming from Nameless, but man, I was feeling like a loss. It was. And so to pull that out, this was like our best win. This was our best victory under this kind of with the stage the way it was. We're setting up nice. We're all the mojo I feel like is back. We have proven ourselves. So go blue. Go blue. Hey, we were on a downward slide, beating 16th seed North Texas, whatever. That proved nothing. This was the show me game. This one showed we're back. Come on.
Wow. Nameless.
Did you expect anything less?
I raised my glass to you coming back to the fold, brother.
They proved it. What a game.
Gentlemen, is there anything else? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I am really drunk right now. Really drunk.
Close us down, producer.
Let's wrap it up. He's still drinking.
Gonna have a party tonight. Party tonight, I know. Gonna have a party tonight. A party tonight, I know. Whoa. Gentlemen, I raise my glass to the Michigan Wolverines men's basketball squad for surviving another week in the NCAA tournament and moving on to the Sweet 16 to face the FSU Seminoles in the next round. Raise my glass to Coach Howard, the rest of his staff, and the young men that make up the team for showing so much resilience and grit to get through this tough game against a tough competitor, and so much perseverance and character to get through such a tough year that 2020 to 2021 has proven to be. Raise my glass to them, and I wish them the best of luck in the next round. And I say, go blue.
Go
Go
blue.
blue.